Let's do Enterprise Earth. This is King of Ruination featuring Ben Duerr. They announced their new album Death and Anthology, which is pretty sick. The art is done by this artist. Let me check. I do want to get this right. I believe his Instagram handle is Dementula. But his art is Dementula 3D. Dementula _3D. DEMENTULA _3D. My Instagram feed's been kind of lame. Like I see a lot of concert pics, or like on my my private stuff, I see like people I know who went to vacation. I'm like, wow, Spain again. Cool, you were born into wealth. Oh, wow. And I don't give a shit. I really don't care. So I've been trying to spice up my feed by following artists. This guy, Dementula _3D, is one of the artists I have followed recently. I just love his work. It's so good. So he did the single artwork for this, as well as the album artwork for Death and Anthology. Funnily enough, met Ben Duerr like kind of a while ago now, beginning of September. Met Travis recently. This is kind of funny. Now they're all together. My lore with Enterprise Earth is like I used to only like communicate with Dan, then Dan left, and now I'm like I don't know who's in the band. But from the people I met, the few people, it's just a couple. Nice guys. So I'm excited to check this out. Excited for this album. Let's see what happens. Like Ben's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Very nice guy. Let's check it out. Let's see. 5 minutes 30 seconds. Their last single had a very Morbid Angel vibe, but it's very different from the other single they had dropped. I think it was The World Without Us. So I don't even know what to expect. I think they've been very diverse with their sound. Let's see what's up. MESHUGGAH. Oh, Travis produced this video also. This is MESHUGGAH, dude. That he's ever done? That's crazy. His poetic edit feature felt incomplete. Like the breakdown should have gone a little longer. It's MESHUGGAH. He said the line. Very modern. The alarms are interesting. This band has done every single fucking sound, even in Dan's era. Oh. That's supposed to stay on the inside. I don't know if you guys know that. Those bones are too clean. There's a lot of meat on your ribs. Fun facts. Oh, there's Dakota. Damn. Oh? They're kind of thalling here. Oh. Oh, absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree. I did like the duration of that. They could have ended with that, so I'm curious where are they gonna take this? But I like that. I love when the feature brings something new. It's rare in deathcore. Everyone's a fucking monster. It's like 30 seconds left, damn. Man, I do feel like they could, because like after the post breakdown, not much else was added. So I do wonder if it would have benefited from a more linear structure, because like the initial, like the first half was very repetitive. So I feel like, do you really need to return to it when you have been returning to it in the entire build up to the breakdown? I do feel like structurally, perhaps the song could have benefited from just being that sort of Meshuggah lead up to the Thal breakdown and then ending after the breakdown. But then they brought it back after. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I just feel like that's the spot where it could have ended, and then everything after that doesn't really add much new. So in that regard, I do feel like, you know, it could have been a shorter song. But it's a cool song though, because, you know, Meshuggah mixed with Thal, I thought it was really cool. Versus, I don't even remember what the song was. I don't know if it was The World Without Us or if it was a different one. But where it had Morbid Angel at times and then thrash. That was a little difficult to follow, just because like that's sort of like more old school death metal, and then into like a very more stereotyped version of thrash. It was kind of, it gave a sort of like tonal whiplash, right? Just because like those are very different sounds, they're hard to combine. They did it well as they could, but there's just something inherently conflicting with those two genres, especially with the way Morbid Angel does it and the type of thrash they did. This was cool though, because like with Meshuggah, like Meshuggah had started Gent, and then Gent influenced Thal, so it makes sense just like historically, and it makes sense sound wise. So it's cool to hear that sort of Meshuggah sound and then that like VILDHJARTA sound. Just like the combination of those two, it's like it kind of takes you on a walk through history, which is really interesting. It's really interesting stuff. I like the song a lot. It's probably one of my more favorite ones. I did like Ben's feature. I do appreciate longer features. That's why with Sunscourge, what I do is I just have people do the whole track. Let me tell you. It was just kind of cool, and given like how Travis used his voice in this song, Ben's feature made a lot of sense. It brought something new to the table in the concept of the song, even though Travis wasn't using his full range. Live, by the way, Travis fucking insane. It's actually batshit. Like his highs are fucking legit. His lows are legit. He's fucking. Whew. I actually don't even know where he was before. It's kind of crazy. But he's been popping off. I'm excited for this album. Death and Anthology. We'll see where it goes, but like so far, every single song we've heard has been so diverse. It's been so diverse. Like there's not really much that we can predict to get on this album. Like I just don't know what we're gonna get sound wise. It seems like there is a kind of trend of sort of an old sound mixed with a modern sound, or at the very least like some influence from an older sound that hasn't been explored yet. I think, you know, that's something to really pay attention to. Something that hasn't been explored yet, because black and deathcore popping off right now. It's a blended genre. It's very cool, but everyone takes from the same influences. Dimmu Borgir, most iconically, a very influential band for so many people, which is cool and all. It's cool to take influence from such an influential band. Because like those bands are big for a reason. If you're doing this to survive, it makes sense. Follow what the big guys are doing, because that means you get to eat and survive another day. But I don't find this stuff very fun to listen to. Really, I do like this more experimental approach. Sort of listening to the underdogs, and at times not even the underdogs. Just the underappreciated, the people who didn't like sort of make it across the jump in the generational jump. So it's interesting to think about like what types of influences, like if you yourself are a songwriter, like really think about what influences you like, what influences you want to bring in, and don't stress too much about like, oh, do they work together? Just see what happens. Literally just see what happens.